Welcome everybody to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast, and in this video we're going to give you our review for Gran Turismo, directed by Neil Blomkamp, now in theaters. So start your engines, this is going to be a wild ride. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like a huge racing gamer, but I really enjoyed this. I love how they shot it, and the CGI was like really appropriate for this movie, even though it's a live action. Yeah, really strong cast too. I love Archie Madekwe as the main character. I forgot his name already, but
David Harbour.
Orlando Bloom,
right?
Djimon Hounsou too was really good as the dad. He felt like very, very emotional,
right?
And you could definitely tell it was a Sony product because they subliminally marketed a lot of products in this movie. Sure. But for sure, I thought it was a great movie. What do you think of it?
Yeah, I mean, well, that kind of makes sense if like PlayStation and stuff like that too. Yeah, no, I thought they used the CGI appropriately. I think they used it in an interesting way because I wouldn't never have thought that they would use it like that, and I thought it was pretty good. The racing sequences I think were pretty fine as well. It's something about this, and I remember we reviewed Hijack, and I felt like I seen it before. I kind of feel like I seen this before from somewhere. I can't really put my finger on it, but for the most part, I think it has a solid cast of characters and actors, and I think it's a pretty solid movie overall.
Yeah, I don't know what the critics were saying, because some people were saying like it was too slow. This movie was moving way too fast sometimes. You could tell like the edits were like very jump cutty sometimes. Maybe perhaps it's like to show like, this movie is very fast. So you kind of have to keep up like, with the racers too. But I don't know what the critics were saying. I mean, the pacing was like really fast, but that didn't affect it overall. I think I love the camera work that they did in this movie too. I think it was very clean, because sometimes when you're trying to keep up with a lot of cars, it can get very shaky, but I thought it was very clean how they did it. And the cars themselves, of course, look beautiful. And even the racetracks themselves, I really felt like very diverse, like you were actually like in the game, like playing it. Sure,
yeah. And also kudos to Neil Blomkamp, because this is a really interesting choice of a director to have for this movie. So I think he did a great job. It's like this isn't his forte really. It's really shocking to see Neil Blomkamp actually direct this. But of course the CGI has to be good, anything with Neil Blomkamp. So it was pretty good. Guys, go watch Chappie, by the way. Dylan still hasn't seen it. But yeah, I think it's a pretty, there's not much you could really say about this movie. I mean, it's kind of like not a coming of age story, but it's something to aspire to. And it's based on a true story as well. And it just shows how great the connection from video games and our lives really is. So it's a cool anchor point.
Yeah, I'd say it definitely feels like a follow your dreams kind of movie. Like no matter what people say, defy the impossible, right? Because the main character, like you probably wouldn't expect it, but he has a dream, and sometimes it may not seem realistic, especially when it comes to video games. But he's given this opportunity, right? And it's like a one in a lifetime opportunity, right? And I love the story behind it, and how close it was to the actual guy. And David Harbour's character I love too, because he feels like this very almost like a role model figure for this young kid, and he really he wants to support him too, but he gives him like the realistic expectations, like this isn't for everybody. If you want it, you have to really pursue it, right? So I really enjoyed it overall. I think it was a great movie overall, and I felt the theater leaving like pretty happy, for the outcome of this kid.
Same. Well, what would you rate this movie?
I'd probably give it high marks from me. I really enjoyed it. Probably I would give it 9 out of 10. Also, there was a Joji song I caught in this.
He's a big fan of Joji
too. So I was like, you get a 9 out of 10 just for that.
But that's why.
Yeah, overall, great movie. How would you rate it?
Yeah, I'll give it probably like an 8 out of 10. I'm not a big fan of racing movies, so that's probably why. But in general, as a critic, I think it was a pretty solid movie overall, and I don't think it really warrants the harsh criticisms, So, boom, and that is our review for Gran Turismo. Go check it out in theaters. I think you guys are gonna have a good time. If you guys made it to the end of this video, please drop a like. So help us pursue our dreams and help this channel out, please. Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys so much. We love you. Check out our other videos. We have a lot of content out this month because we've been catching up with a lot of summer blockbusters. But we appreciate you guys as always. So thank you. And until then, thanks for having lunch with us.
See you guys.